Writing listing descriptions that sell. Hi, my name is Roxanne Govari with Pemberley Realty here in San Diego, California, along with my partner, Leah. And we're going to go through and figure out some of the marketing tactics that we use in order to make our properties more attractive and more sellable. So, of course, in this day and age, one of the things that have helped that is helping us a lot with this is the use of AI, right, Leah?
Yes.
So you are the expert. Let's talk about the formula for doing this. Let's talk about what are some of the tactics that we want to use in order to make sure that our descriptions are capturing more of the audience and they speak to the audience more.
Well, actually, Roxanne, nowadays, AI is really powerful when it comes into marketing and in technology nowadays, and as also it's very useful in the business. But when it comes to a description, writing an MLS description, our goal is to capture attention and make the buyers feel something, not just a list of some flowery, but it's more on the formula where we highlight the unique features, we use emotional language, and create urgency. For example, on the highlights unique features, is there any special in the home? Like, for example, a huge backyard, a vaulted ceilings, ocean views. That is the unique features. For example, on Palomino, and there's a lot unique features also on our active listing now in the market. Um, Also, we can use emotional language. This one is we help the buyers pictures themselves living there. So I will just imagine myself like cozy fireplace,
Hmm.
so I will imagine I am living in their property, chilly nights, sunlight feels in every room. You know that kind of imaginations. Then it's just I will just read the description, then I see the highlights, and then I just feel like, oh, it's feel more home.
So you're featuring more of the lifestyle rather than just the cold features of the house.
Yes, I mean, the features of the house is one of the factors also because um there's a lot of personalities of the people like reading the description, because the other people will see or check how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, how many the square footage. So there's a lot of factors, but we need to combine them and then make it as a formula, and also create urgencies. We use these phrases like really available, like move in ready. It's just like, it's not, we typically like just listed. We use this kind of verbiage that will hook the audience, the buyers.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, very nice. So,
Yeah.
what do you think of keywords? You kind of tapped into it about keywords. What are some of the other keywords that you can think of that would draw the buyer in and basically pique their interests to look further into the house?
Yes, for example, in when it comes to luxury property, we use this kind of keywords, breathtaking views. If
Hmm.
the property is renovated, we use this kind of newly renovated. So this one is tells more as the buyers they that they won't have to spend more because they catch this title that we use on our flyer, like walkable to shops, breathtaking views in San Diego. So that is one of our um marketing stuff that we have in Pemberley. On our flyer, we hook already on the flyer title and then the pictures and then the key features of the house.
One time I had gone on a listing appointment, and I was telling the seller that the house is beautiful, everything is really nicely done, and it is basically move-in ready. All and we want to convey that feeling to the buyer so that they, when they come into the house and when they see the pictures, they feel really, really excited and basically imagine that they just walk in with their belongings, or just bring their toothpaste and their bring their toothbrush and their toothpaste, and everything else is done for them. And that is the and then later on the seller told me that is the reason why they chose to work with me, because of that phrase, because that's what they basically got excited about, because they had done everything. They had replaced pretty much everything in the house precisely with that thought in mind, that once the buyer comes in, all they have to do is just basically bring their belongings and start living and enjoying the house.
Yes, remember Roxanne's before we are creating this title and then it's just a generic one and then you said we need to upgrade. It's not this is not the kind of title that we have on the flyer because you as a broker you want a lifestyle that focus on local, like for example we use this neighborhood experience. Remember, for example, um located in the heart of North Park cafe scene. It's something the buyers are not just buying a home. You want us to feel that they buying into the neighborhood experience.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Okay, so that actually brings us to the next topic of featuring the neighborhood and featuring what are some of the specialties that the neighborhood has to offer, that makes the buyer excited about living in one area or another. Like, for example, if we have one that's coming through in University Heights that we're going to be listing. So, what are some of the features that you think we want to bring to the attention of the buyer about that neighborhood?
So actually, when it comes to a neighborhood, we always mention the nearby landmarks,
Hmm.
the lifestyle perks, or the community events. You know, if the audience will check our property descriptions and then the potential buyers, on the last part of our description we usually use the phrase like minutes from this location, walkable to this store, in the heart of this, tucked away in this property. We describe what is the landmarks, what is the um community, or what was the community in University Heights.
Right, or exactly, exactly. And when you're saying landmarks, I'm thinking the theater, I'm thinking the restaurants, the coffee shops, the park, the concerts in the park in the summertime, the elementary school, the award-winning elementary school. We don't really have a high school or a middle school, but we do have an elementary school that's very nice. So basically featuring all of these attractions within the neighborhood to highlight and get the buyer or potential buyer excited about. Walkability is another one that is super popular and everybody likes to talk about. and and so any of those would be some of the features that we would want to highlight and talk about.
Yeah, that is really important. Like walkable to the restaurants, as you said. And then when it comes to University Heights, it's centrally located, easy to access, to North Park, to Hillcrest, and Mission Valley.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. How would you use AI to help you? And also, space is at a premium when you're trying to create descriptions. In terms of space, what would you say you would want to use to feature the space? One when you're trying to like figure out what to talk about within like a flyer, for example.
Yeah, so in flyers, we also have this limited character, especially in MLS. We have this limited kind of characteristics. So it's just like for example 200 words.
Hmm.
So what we do in our end is we list all the home features, we list all the important when it comes to the property, and then we place it on the AI so that we can regenerate or rerun the description, and then we reproof or reread that descriptions to make sure that it is not like um a AI description, because sometimes it's not a human description, it's just more on AI, and then sometimes there is an error because it's AI.
Hmm.
So we need to reprove. So we are not just doing create description, place it in AI, and then Viola paste it on the social media. No, we have to create the description, place it in AI, reprove, rerun, reread, and make sure we place it on the prompt. For example, create a property description, make sure it is a 200 words, and then make sure place all the features, the important features, and make sure that there is a call to actions, of course, on our description.
Now, I am a I am a visual learner, and I'm also I don't have a whole lot of patience. So what I like is boom, 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 and so for me, it's important to have the most important features as bullet points. What
Yes,
do you think
correct.
about creating bullet points?
Yes. So bullet points is easy. For example, I will create a bullet forms or list of the home features, and then I will place it on the AI. The some of the using AI, there is actually prompt, like I am a realtor, I am this one, this is my business, create a prompt, this one. But we can on our account, we can place it like this account is belongs to Roxanne, this account is belongs to Roxanne, that is a realtor, a brokerage in San Diego, and then the AI is know that this person or asking is Roxanne. So it's easy now that we can generate that this is the bullet list, and then create description, 200 words, make it as a human tone or friendly and professional tone, and then it will regenerate and give you the best description.
What I'm thinking is also, so I'm thinking bullet points for the features, for the simple features like number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, uh,
Yes.
number of garage stalls, square footage, size of the lot. Those are the bullet points. And then the description is talking more about the lifestyle, about the neighborhood, about the call to action, like you said. So description is more of a softer touch, and the bullet points are more of the factual points about the house.
Yes, correct. Actually, Roxanne, that is one of the marketing that we use, for example, when it comes to social media, when it comes to flyers, when it comes to advertising the listed property, we make sure that the home features is there, and that is the first description that we see. Because sometimes the buyers are checking the main home features. How many bedrooms? How many bathroom? Is there a garage? And then how many square footage? So that is the main features that need to be seen right away when it
Yeah.
comes to flyers and social media.
Now, let me ask you another thing because I've come across this where, again, with the usage of AI, some of that is getting easier and easier. But I always think that it's good to have like basically like a list of catchy phrases, like you mentioned before, cozy fireplace, vaulted ceilings, proximity to water, breathtaking views, things those sorts, those kinds of descriptions that you use to basically go through, especially when you are trying to create a subject line. Then you can go to your list and you can say, oh, this sounds really good. Like um, uh, mm, uh, ideal dining room, ideal dining room within a perfect um, Spanish colonial beauty. And that way, so as you're making these top headlines, you save them so that you can refer to them and get inspiration, get ideas, change them around, and make up new ones, and so that you're not constantly be like the songwriter, songwriting artist, that at a moment when they're stressed or distracted or in a time crunch, they just basically run out of ideas. So when you're in that situation, you have a cheat sheet of all kinds of different
Yeah.
that you've thought about in the past that you can refer to, and you get inspiration, and boom, you can create something else that is fabulous, that captures the audience.
Yes, actually correct, Roxanne. I mean, AI is right smarter, but doesn't mean um we need to forget the tried and true methods that we are really use in Pemberley. Like we use this checklist, we use this spreadsheet, we 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 placed on the spreadsheet or the documents the keywords that we are used, the best lines that we use, because on the future listing we have this kind of, we can reuse or readapt that lines. And we have this as you said, we have this inspirational message or verbiage that we can reapply in the future. Because as a marketing, it's really special. It's not just there is an I have a task, so I will just generate an AI and then nothing more, nothing task. No, just you need to be more responsible, to be more organized. Also, don't forget to be more organized. Place it on the folders as always, because if you are good in being tech savvy but you are not organized as well, there is nothing more important in your characteristic or personality. Because as a VA or as a being marketing, you need to be more accurate, vigilant, and organized.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
you can explore more into different personalities that you have being a marketing.
yeah, absolutely. Totally, totally, totally agree. All right. So it's that time when we ask our audience. So let's put out the ask. So you want to go for it and put out the ask?
Okay, so if you are interested in selling, thinking of buying or investing, don't forget to
or
call
joining
Roxanne.
our or joining our team,
Yes, joining our team. Don't forget to call Roxanne 619-778-0577,
or
or
partner.
you can call Roxanne's partner or Handsome Santi 619-301-1460. You can see the number on the screen, and you can visit also our website joinpemberley.com.
If you are thinking of becoming an agent or you're already an agent and you want to join a fabulous, very strong, very successful team here in San Diego, California, you can check us out at joinpemberley.com. And we are delighted to talk to you about opportunities that we have here at Pemberley, so that you can explore and become a part of our team. And if you are watching this on YouTube, Leah, what do you want? What do you want them to do?
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe.
That's right. And if you're subscribing, you make sure that that you have you are notified when we have new videos coming up. And as always, thank you so much for joining us, and make it a great day.